Hello everyone, back here again for a weekend analysis of the markets. Let's get right into the SPY. Guys, as you guys noticed, this was the important level to watch because this was the big red breakdown bar off this consolidation, and we took it out on big volume, over 200,000 shares, roughly 250,000 shares on that big red volume candle, breakdown candle. So I said, what do we do when we for next day? How do we react? And it looks like we went right above it, so that was bullish, wipes away this bearish bar. So, and if that happened, went to the next level, which was roughly 179.50, and that's pretty much where we closed. Now I'm expecting a pullback. It's got to stall out here. Look at the moving averages, and if you look at trendline breakdowns, it always likes to retrace and back test those trend lines, right? So if I move back this chart, we are actually coming into it right now. I'm seeing multiple trend lines. It could be back testing. If you extend these trend lines out, it does seem like it's back testing it right now. Look at this. This is a major the upper channel of this trend line right here, extending all the way back from 2011, way back here. If I go to weekly chart, you can see it. So after it stayed above it, it's crashed below it. Now it's retesting it to the upside. See if you connect the 2010 highs with 2011, extend them out to 2013. That's a very important trend line. And as you see it, when you broke through it, now you're retesting to the upside. On a weekly chart, this still is a bearish pattern. So you like to see it stay below this pivot high on a closing basis for the weekly chart to continue making a nice bearish base pattern to see a lower price. But right now, this is a very crucial spot. If you draw it more of a shorter term trend line as well, it coincides with that point as well. I believe also that was the head and shoulders that failed later in the latter part of the year, 2013. Let me go back to the daily chart, show you what I'm talking about. And then you can see it more clearly. Let me close some of these windows to make this it's a little laggy right here really fast. I do have a lot of windows open. Bear with me, fellas. All these iBooks, iTunes, all this stuff's open. So we got to see how this pattern plays out. Right now it's still premature, so you can't make much of it at the moment. But right now it is making, this is bullish type candle on good volume, but it still can make this bearish base. So we have to watch this level right here. Very important. Right, it's pretty much right there, right here, right now at that spot, roughly 180-ish area. But let me go on a daily chart and tell you where the ideal setup is. Okay, you already have a 3-bar move. I would like to see it. The best case scenario for a short, in my opinion, for a short-term pullback, if it's not already going to happen, would be perhaps a Monday. You get a doji candle with these moving averages. Notice the 50 and the 20 are starting to slope down. That is a very good spot right there to short on a 3-bar move, and then a doji candle. That'll be your setup. That'll be ideal. There's a lot of trend lines over here. This is also you have a horizontal trend line as well, and I think the worst case scenario is you test this this support here, and if you actually make a high of around 181.50 to 60, and then it pulls back intraday and makes a doji, maybe open the gaps up. Well, we don't know yet. The futures aren't open yet, but making a doji candle right around here, kind of like what JP Morgan is doing right now. I'm already expecting it might happen because look, if you look at JP Morgan, it's already got that setup right here. You already have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, this is a pretty decent setup right here. You got the bearish pattern into the first hit of these moving averages. You know, this is your death cross right here. You know, this could be a sign of a trend change right here when you see these, but you have to see price move into it on lighter volume, which we technically have. Look, if we look at this red breakdown bar, it's on higher volume than the retracement, so that's always a good setup. You got the doji, so I'm already expecting a pullback. I already have the 180 puts on the purchase side, which is rare for me. I'm usually a seller, but I think this is a decent opportunity to to give it a shot. And it has maybe one more day of upside. And we'll see how it goes from there. But right now I'm already in, just in case it does gap down, and I could take a quick trade right there, just based off of what I'm seeing here. And also, what's important is a 61.8 Fibonacci retracement too, off this ABC right here pattern, and then it could be making a bigger one right here after this. This is A to B, and then B to C, and then CD. We could get a bigger move if we break the 173 lows. All right, so that's what I'm seeing on the SPY. I just wanted to update you guys what I'm seeing on that. So I am already short. I am anticipating a pullback in the next 2 days. Okay, so we'll have tomorrow is going to be a very important day to see how it reacts. Okay, this is going to be the resistance for sure. So, if we don't get a deep pullback, if it's going to be a bullish case, it's going to make a nice bullish higher low perhaps. If you look at this pivot here, this is where it consolidated and made a low. So, it would be ideal. It could be kind of an inverse head and shoulders if that happens. Pull back into this area, chops around, and then it could break out and retest perhaps these gaps right here and see how it plays out from there. But right now, that's what I'm seeing. This is a very powerful V-shaped reversal, so you have to respect that. But you're going right into resistance, right into resistance. So you have to respect it and just play it day by day. But that's what I'm expecting. I am expecting pullback right here. I did purchase puts. Okay, so let's see how that plays out. Tomorrow will be very important. See if that's going to work out. Let's look at an IWM really quickly and see what I'm seeing. And pretty much same deal here. Just making the IWM is a lot weaker, so that is something to be cautious about. The small businesses of America is not participating into this rally; it's lagging the other indexes. The Qs are more powerful at the moment, so this is very, you have to, definitely keep note of that. Okay, risk is not being put on at the market right now, so something that we have to keep it watch. Okay, and let's look at the Qs very quickly, as my computer is stalling today, but we'll make do with it. Let's see if I can get to the next chart here. I wanted to look at the SDS most importantly because it is the 2 times short the S&P, and I wanted to show you that chart pattern, which looks pretty prime for a bounce. And that was another one of the main catalysts for going short. Was based off the SDS, okay, which is pretty much just goes inverse to the S&P, right? And look at this. This is called you're dropping right into the major moving average after a golden cross with a 618 Fibonacci. That is a bounce level, okay? And this is the reason why one of the other main catalysts I felt that the S&P could easily pull back. And you have the 180 number on the S&P as well. It's an even psychological number. And you look at the SDS dropping on a 3-bar move into a 618 Fibonacci into a golden cross, 2 moving averages, just about to cross over. This is a very beautiful level right now. Very beautiful. Stop out is very, any close below these moving averages, you would just get out. So, these are the type of risk reward trades you want to be in. Look at this. If I remove that trend line, you can see that it went right into it on Friday, right into a golden cross right here. 2 moving averages, starting to uptrend. And that is just a beautiful spot. 131 even number as well. So, so I'm looking at pullback in this market right now. Let's see how it all plays out. Let's look just really quick, just scan, through a few more charts before I take off. I hope you guys have a great weekend so far and ready for trading on Monday. And we'll just play day by day. I'm trying to pull back this Amazon charts, not letting me do it right at the moment. So I think, I just want to go over the SPY mainly, just to let you guys know what I'm seeing. And once again, I am expecting a pullback in the SPY and the overall markets in the next day or two. Okay, pretty much it's going to be the tail tomorrow and see how the action unfolds. But if we get a doji tomorrow, for sure that's your trigger to try a little bit on the short side. Okay, because ultimately I believe the market is going down. But it could make an 88% retracement to the highs on the S&P, and see how that go at SPY and just close on that, since my charts aren't behaving the way I want at the moment. Maybe if I see anything later at the futures, I will update you guys again later in this afternoon and in the evening. But right now, I just wanted to just let everyone know what I'm seeing.